Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. First review of 2023, and it is the new 501st Clone Troopers Battle Pack. 119 pieces, 4 figures. It retails for $20, as that's the new Battle Pack price, unfortunately. But looking at the box art, you've got the Season 7 planet from Clone Wars that they're on for probably like 5 minutes, with like a miniature AV7 cannon. You've got like a yellow-orange stripe to depict Clone Wars. You've got the clones all there, obviously. And then you actually have a 20th anniversary Clone Wars plaque, which potentially means future Clone Wars sets in the summer of 2023. Although the Hoth Snowtrooper Battle Pack also got it. Well, not that, but they got a Hoth pack, so it could just be this one Clone Wars set, but hopefully it's a sign of like at least 3 or 4 more Clone Wars sets in the summer. Anyway, looking at the back, you got one push tab there, and more features of the sets, as well as the minifigures and more of that planet, and nothing on this side. So, getting the box open, take a look inside. Looks like there's all the attachments. It looks like no sticker sheet, so that's always nice. That ugly new instruction manual that unfortunately seems to just never be going away. Looking in the back here, looks like it doesn't show off any of the sets, just rebuild the world. Oh, no, here we go. So the TIE Bomber, the Microfighter, and this for the January wave, and then that completed build. So, yeah, let's get this thing built. All right, now that we have the set built, let's first off take a look at the 4 figures, as obviously that's the main appeal of a battle pack, and I think I'm going to start from worst figure to best figure. So, first off, worst figure, it's the officer. First off, this piece, it's pretty loose in there. Like, I wasn't trying hard to push it out. It falls out. It's not in there very well. Like, it's very loose. And that's a problem because Lego is also for kids to play. And this is a set that parents will get their kids. Yeah, a lot of adults will buy it because they want an army build. And there's nothing wrong with that. I also like the army build and stuff. But kids should be in mind, so that thing just falling out so easily, it'll just get lost by some kid, you know. It's not a good thing. But under that, he's got that clone face that they've introduced. That's never going away now. Unless they make an even more updated version, but I don't know why they would. He has the normal helmet with the holes in the helmet. About the holes in the helmet, I'm fine with holes being in the helmet because it lets kids accessorize. It lets even adults accessorize their armies, you know. But why isn't it in that little dot right there? They managed it with the Phase 1 clone. There was no problem putting the hole down in the Phase 1 clone, and it looked fine. In fact, something I forgot to mention, Lego false advertised on their set and had it down in this hole, which, I mean, was just some blatant false advertising and really a bad look on Lego's part for, you know, $1 billion company to do something like that on their box art. But moving down, the figure has pretty much the same chest except for that blue belt, which does look nice, I will admit. Just more blue always looks nice, I think, on the figures. But then you get to the second problem with this figure: no printed waist cape. And this has just been a problem plaguing Lego Star Wars with their refusal to ever use a waist cape. It looks fine on Snowtroopers, and in fact, I don't think I would want waist capes for Snowtroopers, because I think the figure actually looks great. But this one is just two little blue strips, and it looks ugly. And the only time I think printed waist cape should be used is if a figure needs to be sat down. This one doesn't. On the box, they show one of the heavy figures goes in the cannon. So why doesn't he have a rear waist cape? Except for Lego doesn't want to waste money, but that's just laziness and cheapness. Lego's a billion-dollar company. They can have physical waist capes. It's just bad. Waist capes are supposed to go all the way around, and a physical waist cape would achieve that. But since Lego doesn't do 3D printing, it's just two little strips of blue. And quite frankly, it's quite ugly. But other than that, it's got, you know, the normal legs, toe printing. It would be a good figure if not for the crappy little antenna piece and the crappy comma. Next up, a better figure. It's the Heavy Trooper. It's much better. The only complaint I have about this one is actually this visor piece. This thing is 14 years old now, almost 15. Actually, like it was introduced in like 2008. It's an old visor piece, and it just doesn't look as good as it could. Especially we got a very nice new piece that I will show off later with that other figure. Why can't we get a new visor piece? I mean, it would have been perfect to make a new one for Commander Cody of all people, and then that be your standard new Phase 2 visor piece, and even Phase 1. But other than that, you know, I don't like that it's the old visor piece. I wish they would make a new one. But looking at the rest of the figure, he's got blue, you know, markings with some black lines on them to denote that he's Heavy Trooper. I think the printing looks mostly fine. I wish it was tighter up against the fin though, but it's not horrible. Also, the holes in the helmet, they're more fine when they're both filled in, so the figure looks fine like this. But he's got extra armor strap on him there. He's got different blue markings. He's got, you know, it's more just like a thick blue wedge kind of around the straps, and then the straps actually go on his back, behind his backpack. The backpack looks very nice. The printed 1x1 tile is very accurate looking to the actual backpacks they have. And then just the normal legs, which I'm pretty sure is inaccurate, so that sucks. The actual, I think, Heavy Trooper, because all these are inspired by Battlefront 2, has like half blue legs, so it would have been way cooler to get some dual molded blue legs, but Lego doesn't like to do that if a figure's not, you know, in a $200 plus set, so unfortunate. And then this is their blaster. It's kind of mediocre, but it's a fine design, and you get two of those guys. And by far the best figure is the Sniper, and this new piece is so nice. I mean, it just melds like right to the actual helmet. The only thing that there is a complaint about this is it's not 100% accurate. There is supposed to be like a thin stripe in the visor, you know, to indicate them like seeing through. But other than that, it's a perfect piece pretty much. It looks absolutely brilliant. It looks even great on Phase 1. I put it on a Phase 1 Trooper. But he's got blue arms, so some extra blue on him, and then just a yellow marking. And other than that, he's a standard 501st Trooper. But that new piece is really great. And one more thing to say about the figures. They do include extra pieces for all of these, the antenna, the visor, and the macro binoculars. So that is something I'll always appreciate that Lego does, because it means now I can put some on my Phase 1 Troopers, which is neat. Now, moving on to the actual build, I think it looks a little wonky. I know a lot of people like it. I just think it looks a little weird when you consider that is the AV7 cannon that LEGO actually made a set out of. It's a little broken. Obviously, I didn't notice, but one of the pieces snapped. But this is how it's supposed to look. And for one thing, I'm not even sure which one is. I'm pretty sure the thing fires blue. So I don't know why this one gets green and this one gets red, but neither of them got blue. Because LEGO does make blue spring-loaded shooters. I have a couple of them. But for some reason, they just gave them red. I don't know, maybe it's their cheapest option. But either way, I just think the feet look a little goofy is my main issue. But you've got a clear piece on the bottom so that when you push it down, it doesn't push down too much so the legs don't break off. The legs have pretty good posability. You can move them however which way you want. You know, have it like that if you want it like that. But the head can only go up and down a little bit. That's as far as it goes. No side-to-side movements. Although, neither did the big set. It just went up and down too. So, not much of a difference there. Now, obviously, it's unfair to compare. This set was like $40 back in the day, and that was the one build. This is $20 now, and it's 100 pieces versus like probably 300 or 400. But I think it looks a little goofy with the feet, especially because this one, and I'm assuming this is the more accurate one, has more just angular and sharp feet, and these ones don't. But either way, it's got a spring-loaded shooter, launches off. That was a weirdly weak launch, but you know, that's how it works. You just hit it from the back, and it launches, and then you can sit a figure right there. Just he slides right in, and he's in the seat. And it looks alright, except there's no control panel. Again, I don't know why they couldn't include 5 more pieces to just do a control panel. I mean, it shouldn't have been that hard, but for some reason they didn't. But anyway, that's it for the set. I would say, should you get it? I would say at least one if you're a fan of clones. I plan to get multiple. I'll probably get more than I got of 501st Battle Packs just because they're more available. But, you know, I know a lot of people won't because it's the specialist pack, even though it's just normal clones, so it doesn't really matter to me. But for other people, I definitely say, you know, if the helmet holes don't bother you, I mean, just for these macro binoculars alone, I would say $20 is easily worth it. Plus, the heavy troopers are also not bad. And, you know, you can at least use, you know, parts of him. If you just use the torso and up, you know, you're going to make some custom figures with the blue belt. So it's not a complete total bust with the officer. But either way, it's a mostly good set. For $20, it's not going to break the bank for most people. And it's not the best out of the 2023, but it's not the Slave 1 Microfighter, so it's not the worst. But that's all I got for you today. Leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more LEGO stuff. I do at least 1 video a week, sometimes 2 or 3. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.